Hello there from the LA Convention Center, back here on Friday of Anime Expo to take a look at the cosplay lobby and do another tour around. Much more populated than it was yesterday. Tons of cosplay down here. All sorts of costuming photo shoots. We're going to take you around and give you a little bit of a vibe for what it all looks like if you were here right now yourself. So as the day picked up yesterday, definitely saw more and more cosplay down here, which has been what's typical. Although I will say yesterday, being July 4th, was a little bit lighter just in general. In fact, it made it a lot easier to get through all of the booths, particularly the Artist Alley busyness. Hello there. Love Pink Hello Kitty. Hello there, Manny. The farm. Good to see you, Andrew. Hello, hello, hello. All right, we will not tell anybody there. But yeah, so we actually have been able to finish all of the aisles. And Artist Alley here is larger than a lot of conventions we cover. I mean, Artist Alley is massive. That's downstairs. Exhibit Hall is up there. And then the Entertainment Hall on the other side there. So massive, massive convention. And very glad we were able to finish making the rows. So we are having a little bit of free time now after we wrap up this video, which is awesome. So let's get to some cosplay. Today is more packed than yesterday. Yesterday definitely was packed. I mean, at open, and it was packed here and there. But honestly, it was probably the lightest we've ever seen it on the floor. Like, it was very doable to make our way around the floor most of the day. In fact, it felt kind of like the last hour of a lot of, big conventions where, like, something like Comic-Con, you're at that last hour before close and just lightens up a little bit. That's kind of how it felt a good chunk of yesterday on the floor. And in Artist Alley, oh yeah, glad to help with the Hello Kitty stuff. Definitely. With Artist Alley, there's nothing in the world of conventions that we cover that's harder to get through. I mean, you can barely take a step in Artist Alley. And yesterday, we actually could move at a slow pace, kind of like the pace I'm walking now, which is like unheard of. The only time we really spend in the cosplay lobby here is when we're doing these lives for you guys. But the thing that always, year after year, amazes me is if we keep making our way around, there's just always something new to see. Like, we could just do this all day, all night. It's just always something new. Yep, Ghostface did make their way around. I mean, that's actually one of the interesting things in the years of covering Anime Expo. I was looking in the first video I put up of Anime Expo was 10 years ago. So it was a year one Parks and Cons thing. But the difference then, like, you would not, or at least I never would see anything that was, I don't know, Marvel or DC or horror. And now you'll see Freddy Krueger. You'll see, Ghostface. You'll see Captain America. You'll see all sorts of things that are in that realm. In fact, at Viz, the publishing media company here, they have a spot just for Wolverine. They have a Wolverine manga coming out that they're teaming up with Marvel to do. So it's different. It's interesting to see. A lot more Spider-Man around the floor. Of course, there's still tons of anime characters, but it does have more of a mix than it used to have. And as we talked about yesterday, a lot of branding, a lot of companies tagging in here with various displays. Yeah, the air conditioning is running. It actually has been really nice on that front. In fact, a little while ago I was wearing a sweatshirt for a few minutes there. Not long, but for a few minutes. It got a little chilly in one of the snack bar areas. Yeah, definitely warmer in the lobby than it is on the floor, for sure. For sure warmer here, and particularly if you're in these big costumes. I am always impressed with the artistry of cosplay, but also very impressed with the stamina of cosplayers. So often in the hot, to be in suits like right here. I mean, like I said, it feels pretty good in here, but still or this right here, to even walk your way into it. And I don't think we showed this yesterday, but just even the stairs this year all have artwork on them as well. So they really have taken over the space, and it feels very personalized to the Anime Expo. And if I miss any questions along the way, please feel free to drop them in again. I don't have Carmel. She's doing photos for our other social media right now, but I don't have her to monitor the chat. And it's a little hard to navigate around here without running into people. So I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road, if you will. Yeah, you can see like the escalator down and up, and this crowd here. This is a lot of how Anime Expo feels. It's the only convention we've been to where like finding a space to sit on the ground is competitive. Now, that said, hasn't been as competitive yesterday or today, but still very competitive. But even like trying to cross here, like it's just a constant stream of humanity. We're gonna have to cut somebody off here, otherwise we will never get across. It definitely is not for the faint of heart. Definitely not for any that have any concerns about crowds, of course.
It did pass by.
Oh, it passed by? How about the bottom? It
In the old days of Anime Expo, the lobby was open without badge. And so if you were photographers that just wanted to do cosplay photos, they would tell you not even to apply as press because you could go that way. wearing hats and shirts, not really our thing as much. That said, we did get some really cool hats, because I did want to get a hat at some point. I thought there'd be a few occasions, not necessarily at Anime Expo, but a few occasions where I'd want to wear a hat. And our good friends Brad and Megan actually had some customized for us, so I wore one of those for our 10th anniversary event, and that was fun to have in that setting. But generally speaking, kind of like to move stealthy. Don't really want to slow down. Not as much into getting caught up in conversations. Not that, I mean, we always like seeing people, and it's always awesome when people say they like our work, of course. But also, we're always kind of moving from one thing to the next, so there's not a lot of kind of just hanging around time, a lot of on the move always. All right, we're gonna make one more loop around into the center of the hall here to give an overview, see if what we've missed. Got a Street Fighter right here. Actually, there's Carmel doing some photos. Agreed. There's also a Ken from Street Fighter making his way around. We posted on social earlier, which looks really great. And he also has the Power Blast there. And Teletubbies have joined. Hello there, David. Some more. Hello there, let's go Lucky. I definitely will be at Horror Nights. Definitely covering Horror Nights. It's crazy how quickly all of that season's coming. August 23rd is the beginning of Halloween at Disneyland. A couple days later is Oogie Boogie Bash, also at Disneyland. The week after is Horror Nights. 2 days after that, Fright Fest with their big announcements with the Trick or Treat and Saw and all their stuff they're doing this year with all the IP. And then it's like, week and a half from there is Scary Farm. So it's like we'll be right in the thick of the season there. Midsummer Scream this year is the same weekend as San Diego Comic-Con. There will be tons of amazing announcements and stuff there. So we are in the season. But yeah, I cannot wait for Horror Nights for sure. We also have before that D23 that we'll be at. And we also are going to probably try to do a day or two of Star Trek Vegas the weekend before. So basically bounce from San Diego to Vegas. There's more cosplays. I think Anime Expo has more of a showcase for it than San Diego. Not that San Diego doesn't showcase it, but San Diego things are so spread out, and I don't think that it's quite as big of a thing on the very regular floor, in the lobby. I mean, there's incredible stuff, of course, but here it is like front and center. It is a big part of the front page story for Anime Expo, and it has been for a long time. There's Ghostface again. I find with San Diego, because there's so much going on there outside of the convention center as well, oftentimes it won't be until after the con that I'll see a lot of the cosplay. You know, something like that incredible MODOK from a few years ago, or Rhino.
It was pretty sick. I was like, it's always kind of hit or miss.
It can be tough to find it there sometimes. But here, like, if you brought your cosplay and you want to show it off, this is the place to be. And basically from around noon until about an hour or two after close, this is all showcased here. And I mean, the same thing happens with LA Comic Con, but this show's attendance is so much larger than LA Comic Con. Even though LA Comic Con has grown a lot, you just have cosplayers from all over the world here. All right, I think with that, we are going to bring this one to a close. We will be back again tomorrow with another look around the lobby. It is Saturday. It's going to be a big day for cosplay. Hopefully you can join us. We'll be targeting probably about the same time, around 1:30, but we'll post it on social with the link. If you're interested, if you're watching on the replay, we know most people watch it that way. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Andrew. Always appreciate your support. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate you guys. We'll end with a good shot here. All right. Until next time, we'll see you guys in line somewhere.